Me and Leslie come from very different backgrounds in music. I would be more jazz orientated, show band orientated, pop, rock and roll, where Leslie would be more classically sort of a player. But the two gel very, very well. The two mixtures of music gel really well to create a nice sound.
We had a jazz club on a Thursday night, every Thursday night here, and BlueJar were one of our first bookings, and they were a success, an instant success. In fact, what we noticed was they became our resident band. They were here once a month, and once a month we had probably 3 times as many people as we had the other weeks.
Some mutual ground in Stefan Grappelli and Django Reinhardt. So we started messing around with those and absolutely loved it, and started going out as a 2-piece, just playing manouche style music. And then we wanted to include more people, so we expanded to mainstream jazz and introduced some popular classics that we did our own way to make them just a wee bit different. And that's how BlueJar started.
We've always found BlueJar to be very flexible. So one moment it could be playing Mozart, and the next it would be Bohemian Rhapsody.
Most of the time we do corporate gigs and weddings, and we also have a string quartet with electric guitar. So it means that we can do the wedding right from the ceremony, through the drinks, right through to the end of the night.
Well, giddy up and get away. We're going places and we're going.
Totally reliable. I mean, we would have booked them here, as I say, for sometimes every other week and sometimes once a month. Without fail, they arrived on time and they had their musical instruments set up and the sound checks all done. And from the point of view of a promoter, that's an absolute gift, where I simply book them and I know they'll turn up.
Whenever we do weddings, we sometimes get very unusual requests, which means we have to arrange our own music. So I do the arranging and Tommy produces the backing tracks. So you never know what a bride is going to suggest that she walks up the aisle to.
The actual tunes can be made to order.
And because we're reading musicians, it means that we can learn the songs very quickly and produce the songs very quickly as well.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
And there was great interaction between the musicians and the people, because sometimes musicians can sit in the corner and play the music and it appears that they're in a bubble. But for musicians of the quality of these guys to engage with people, even just eye contact, but possibly to introduce themselves, to introduce the songs, and to pick up what's going on in the crowd, it sets them apart.
Oh, I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
We're very busy, especially at the moment. We go to Denmark soon to tour with Go Global and Peter Gabriel and the Gypsy Kings. But generally in our week we would do between 5 and 9 gigs. Sometimes we've even been known to do 5 in one day.
True.
And we do weddings, funerals, corporate events, and we do lots of community concerts through Arts Care for the elderly and disabled, and even do workshops with them. Tommy also plays in another jazz band at the quartet, and I lead orchestras for operas and ballets locally.
They start to play for us here the Saturday afternoon, or afternoon tea. and they were very well liked by all our guests, and they very versatile in their music. They could switch from a classic into a modern into a pop type of music without any problem whatsoever. Of course, in a five-star hotel, you're always checking your guests if is everything okay, if there's anything we can do, and they will always pay compliment, always highlight the fact that the music was really making the experience much special.
We had children here, you know, 10, 12, 14-year-old children. And I think the oldest person we had here was about 87.
And the road has been too long, and you leave.
And very good, very professional. We had a great relationship, and they played with us until very recently, and of course they move on to other experiences.
Just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow.
We have played in Spain, we have played in Italy, we played in Greece and the Canaries.
Our first gig was with
It was for Prince Charles.
For Prince Charles.
And we launched the Marbella International Film Festival. We also have our music placed in some films and TVs. In fact, one of them comes out this month, Faint Heart the movie, which is in cinemas all over the world. So it's been quite good. And we've made 2 albums.
2 albums, yeah.
The first one was Ducks and Geese, and the second is Pelican Crossing.
I do a lot of session work as well, down south and up north, and sometimes in England as well.
Yes, we've had some really exciting session gigs. We played for Celtic Women last year.
You've done Vanessa May as well.
Vanessa May live on BBC.
Yeah.
And Phil Coulter, and I play in Phil Coulter's orchestra.